This is Dr. Padma, Professor, Department of ECE from Gokaraju Rangaraju Engineering College. Now, let us discuss on the frequency allocation for the satellites. How the frequencies are being allocated. So, coming to the frequency allocation, the satellites are used for different applications for communication purposes. That is for maritime applications. There can be a commercial application like a TV transmission or radio transmission, or for GPS communications, that is a global position system, or the vehicle tracking system, or the vehicle movement capturing system, or where is the location of the ship, or where is the location of the flight, or the aircraft. So we need to do a lot of communications for, so these satellites are used for different applications. So these satellites have to be provided with some specific frequency allocation, so that it can be used for only with that frequency which is being allocated. Otherwise, there are many countries, and there is a possibility of every country can take their own frequency for manufacturing the satellite. So it will be a messy situation. So to form or to follow a standard protocol, the ITU, that is International Telecommunication Union, has been established, and it has been divided based upon the frequency allocation. The entire globe or the entire world is being divided into three regions. That is region 1, consisting of Europe, Africa, Mongolia, and region 2, North America, South America, and Greenland. Region 3, the entire Asia, which is excluding the region 1, and Australia, and Southwest Pacific. So these are how the ITC allocated different regions for frequency planning. So within these regions, the frequency bands are being allocated for the satellite services for different countries. So there are different services by the satellite. One is a fixed satellite services. The fixed satellite services means it provides the fixed services for the TV, for TV transmission, for telephone networks, or for any cable company for transmitting the TV or radio signals. If we take Idea, or the Geo, or the Airtel, each one is being allocated a fixed frequency is being allocated for the telephone networking. Similarly, for transmission of TV signals, a fixed frequency is being allocated, so that everyone, all countries can use only that particular frequencies for TV transmission or for telephone signals. So those are called as the fixed satellite services. Then there are broadcast satellite services. So this is a type of a satellite services when there are few activities that are being going on in the entire globe and need to be communicated. The live transmission has to be done. For that purposes, a specific frequency is being allocated, so that at that particular frequency that it can able to transmit the signals, or the transmit the cricket match which is being going on in a stadium, or some IPL matches are being going on in a stadium. So each and every country have to receive the signals instantaneously. That is the live or real-time applications we need to have. So that is called as a broadcast satellite services. Then mobile satellite services, which is used for the landline mobile communication, or for maritime, mobile communication, that is in the ships also there can be a possibility of a mobile communication, or on land also there is a possibility of mobile communication, or even in a flight also, that is aeronautical mobile application. So these are the three different types. One is the person can be on a land or in a water or in a space. So for these three types of application, mobile satellite services are being used. Then, navigational satellite services, which are used for global positioning system. So, this present traffic situation, every person who is traveling in a vehicle or four wheelers or any new place, the person want to move. This GPS system plays a major role to mm, direct us to reach to the destination, and which path we can move, and where is the traffic, in which path there is no traffic, and how much distance it takes when we go for a shortest path or when we travel in the longest path to reach to the destination. There can be a different mm, locations, or there can be a different paths can be identified based upon this GPS system. So present all the mobile phones or the cell phones or the smartphones are having the GPS services, which is very much required nowadays to travel from one place to another. So that is a navigational satellite services. It is again a fixed frequency is allocated for these purposes. And coming to the meteorological satellite services, that is for search and rescue operation. If there is somewhere there is a floods or the weather reports, the weather forecast, so all these comes under the meteorological applications. So if there is any floods are being affected, so there is some unwanted incidences has happened. There is a huge floods, and the houses are being flooded. You need to identify where are the people that are being present in that, how they are being, whether they are alive. All this information can be received with the help of these meteorological satellites. So these frequencies that are being allocated for the mobile and navigational satellite services, it is allocated with the VHF band, that is 1 to 0.3, or the mobile and navigational, which is also allocated with an L band, and these fixed satellite services are allocated with the C band, and this direct broadcast and satellite services being allocated with the KU band. And these are the frequency ranges, uh, the band of frequencies which are allocated for different applications. So this table gives the frequency bands that are being designated with different band designations. This is the normal nomenclature: VHF band, UHF band, L band, S band, C band, X band, KU band, K band, KA band, V band, W, MM, and micro MM. So each band of band is being allocated with a designation letter, and each of it is been allocated with some frequency range, zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.3 gigahertz. Okay, like this it is been allocated. So if you look at this table, it gives the detailed description how the frequency bands are allocated for different applications and what is the bandwidth requirement for those applications. So if we take UHF, there are two, if we observe here in this column, the frequency band, there are two types of application. One is for commercial application and another one is for military application. The military application will not be applicable for the commercial type. So those are allocated with a different frequency allocations are being done for UHF range. Uh, and similarly, the military applications are allocated for X band, And also you can see Ka band. These are the frequencies exclusively allocated for military applications. So each band of frequency, this satellite will have a different uplink frequency and the downlink frequency. Both frequencies are different. So one frequency is for transmission, uplink, and downlink frequency is for receiving. So these frequencies are different. Both are not same, because if it is same, there is an ambiguity or there is a miscommunication whether you are transmitting or you are receiving. And the frequency to be separated in such a way that the signals which you are transmitting and receiving both should be a different one, so that the satellite will have an easy task for separating out the frequency or down convert the frequency from the received upcome frequency, so that the power of the signal can be altered. So a lot of applications, the signal can be done amplification at some other frequency. So based upon these advantages of the satellite, both the frequencies uplink and the downlink frequency are different. So you can see that UHF band having a different uplink and downlink frequency, it is used for military application. The bandwidth is around 20 megahertz. So the C band again you have a different uplink and downlink frequencies, which is used for telephone, sorry, fixed point to point communication, non-military applications, and television applications with a 500 megahertz bandwidth. Similarly, X band, which is used for mobile communication in ship or in an aircraft or radio relay applications. Okay, so similarly, Ku band, which is used for commercial application for broadcast, fixed point services, and non-military applications. And Ka band is also used for broadcasting application, and Ka band is also used for military applications. But if you look at the uplink and the downlink frequency, which has been different from the commercial and the military application. So the bandwidth again is different for both the applications. V band is used for a fixed point and non-military, and Q band and V band. These how the frequencies are allocated for different application, different bandwidth, and different uplink and the downlink frequency you can observe. Thank you.